Hello, Dr. Uche back again. How are you? Thank you for joining me. If you're watching this on YouTube, do hit subscribe and the notification bell so you know when I upload new videos. I'm a publisher, I'm a biography writing coach, a book reviewer, and a real life physician. When I do come on these platforms, I come to share tips to help you on your journey to writing your biography. I also do highlight works of fiction from across the diaspora, and I do children's book read aloud sessions. We do also have a podcast, so you're welcome to download and listen rather than watch, like if you're driving or running errands. We're really looking out for you, wanting to make sure you get all this helpful information one way or another, however way you prefer. And also, if you follow my social media sites, you will see a call to action to subscribe to our newsletter. That way you get all this useful information straight in your inbox. Without much ado, today I want to share yet another set of tips to help you on your journey to writing your biography. I actually want to discuss how you can convince yourself or others as to the reason or the importance behind this project. If you've been following me, I like to think you've made up your mind and you're like, yes, 2023, this is the year I'm going to get that biography done finally. But maybe there are people in your life and you've been wondering how to convince them. You want to make them see the light, as it were, to see the importance of doing this. So hang tight and I'll share some tips. You can take it home to them, okay? And see if we can't win them over just yet. So I'm actually reading out of this manual. This manual is available on Amazon, How to Write Your Family Biography. Great questions to use in gathering family history. It is my publication. It's available on Amazon, has really spurred a lot of interest from people in writing their family history. And it has some useful content I'm literally going to share from here, okay? How you can convince your family member to write their biography. So I would say ask them some simple questions. And for the most part, by the time you're done asking, they're going to feel convinced as to the importance of writing their biography. So here's one. You ask them, number one, are there accomplishments you're particularly proud of that you want to write about that would be inspiring to someone else? Number two, was there a unique situation you survived or experienced? Think of a war, think of a pandemic, think of a technological breakthrough. Like I lived through the millennium, the turn of the millennium when we thought all the computers would crash, right? Those of us who were born in the old millennium, right? Who lived through that. We could write about that because my children who were born from 2009 onwards, they didn't live through that. They don't know anything about that. So that's just one example, and it's not even as impactful as perhaps some other examples I'm sure you can think about. So another question you could ask, were they notable blessings in your life in the form of people or situations that's worthy of or that could be inspiring to someone else to read about? And here's another question. Are your children growing up in a different part of the world than you did? Do they have different life experiences? This would apply to many of us who are from diasporian families. And I like to use that term for a family where there's somebody you can identify in the not too distant past, like a parent or grandparent who emigrated, right? So you have children and grandchildren growing up outside of the ancestral homeland, right? So those are diasporian families. And I think that it's documented family history is particularly important for those sorts of people. So here's another question. Did you lose parents early in life? And do you have children of your own, nieces or nephews who never got to meet their grandparents? See, that's really important for these people, those who were so unfortunate as to lose parents early in life, because they go on to have children who never met grandma or grandpa and so on and so forth. So another question, are there people now deceased who inspire or motivate you in a very notable way? And if so, would you like to honor their memory? Yes, you can write for someone who's even no longer with us. You could write their biography from what you know, from what you recall, from what you can get from other people who knew them, okay? So here's another question. Even if you don't have a great interest in family history, is there any chance that younger family members might benefit from what you write down in your lifetime? I would say yes, a very loud yes. That's my opinion. I'm biased because I think everybody should write their story. Every story matters. But I think even for the average person, this could be very convincing. And finally, are you bothered by the possibility that you or a respected family member might live and die without any documentation of their history for other people to live someday? And many of us are not too comfortable with that. Or we had maybe very inspiring parents, grandparents who did a lot of work, who were groundbreaking, who were pioneers, and we're just uneasy about them being lost, their stories being lost forever. So that could be another reason to write a biography. Okay, so those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 questions you could ask your family member, your friend, a loved one, and I feel pretty confident it will inspire anyone to want to write their life history. This is available on Amazon. This actually is a manual. In addition to this useful content, it has a set of questions organized in a chronological manner that I believe by working through will enable us capture the essence of anyone's life. Okay, now not all questions will apply to everyone, but they're meant to spur conversation. So they're meant to enable us to think of whatever aspect of our life could be related to what is being discussed at that particular point, right? So it could say, did you go to church? And maybe you didn't go to church. But then that would be an opportunity to say my family was not religious, right? So I'm just giving an example. This is on Amazon. This is how to write your family biography. Great questions to use in gathering family history. It is a publication. It is a publication of mine, published 2021. Available on Amazon. Friends, that's all I have today. I hope that was helpful. Again, hit subscribe, share freely with your friends. I love thumbs up if you get around to it. And I hope this was helpful. You can also follow us on various platforms, but you can for sure know that the full length of the video will be available on YouTube. I've lately had problems on Facebook with some of my videos being cut off. So make sure you come to the home page on YouTube and you can watch the full video. I will see you next time. It's been fun. Take care. Bye for now.